Hi guys, and welcome back to another What's for Dinner. My name is Crystal, and today I'm going to be showing you what we had during the week. We had some leftovers from a family that we went to go visit. We had so much fun and we had really good food, as you can see. They made us this pork roast that was smoking in their smoker for 14 hours, carne asada. We brought some salsas that we made, and they also told us to take some of the meat. It was so good. And we made nachos and the jalapeno popper. That was what we brought too. It was so good on that day. So now on this day, it's Tuesday, and I'm just making spaghetti, and I'm using ground turkey. I usually make it with ground beef, and in the past I've made it with Italian sausage, and also two meatless. Let me know down in the comments what you guys make your spaghetti with. I was the first time we used ground turkey, and it's actually pretty good. We usually don't like ground turkey, but I know that if you season it right, it's going to taste good. So I added a little cooking spray to my pot, and then I just added some Lori seasoning salt. And then when I cook my ground beef, I like to add garlic cloves. So you're going to see me adding some garlic cloves. I'm adding some black pepper. We really like using pepper and different seasonings. That's why you'll see that I always like to add different seasonings, and it came out really good. I add a little bit of garlic salt, that Lori's seasoned salt, and fresh garlic. I think we added about 3. Yes, I believe I added 3. So then I continue cooking it, and I also would like to take the time that if you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. If you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more, feel free to hit that subscribe button. So now I'm letting my water boil. As soon as my water boils, I add salt. That's all I add. And then I'm using this spaghetti noodle that I got from Costco, and I'm just following the directions and cooking that. So now that my ground turkey is fully cooked, I'm going to be adding this homemade marinara sauce that I make and I freeze. My girls do like their marinara sauce, or their spaghetti, I'm sorry, more on the saucy side. So I'm adding 2 of these Ziploc baggies, these sandwich baggies, that I defrosted. But I'm also going to be adding a can of tomato sauce to it, as well as I'm going to be adding some of the same dried spices that I add when I'm making my big batch of marinara sauce. Because I saw that 2 little baggies of the marinara sauce was not going to be enough for my girls. So my girls really like spaghetti, and this is the opportunity for me to sneak in veggies. Like I've said before, they're not a big fan of vegetables, so when I make my homemade marinara sauce, that's where I really could sneak in some of the vegetables. That's one of the reasons that I like to make it, and also too, it is very cheap to make it as well. So stay tuned. I am making a video on showing you how I make it. It is super simple and pretty much cooks itself. I cook it in my crock pot, and I make a huge batch of it, and it lasts me for the full month. So now I'm going to be using this spring mix. I love using this spring mix. It's such an easy way to make salads. I had some leftover salami and some pepperoni and string cheese that I needed to add up, so I just threw in that with some spring mix, and I had a quick easy salad and a quick easy spaghetti. I had some garlic bread in my freezer, and very simple and easy way to make dinner. And this was Tuesday. Very delicious. So on this day, I'm going to be cutting up some onions, and since we do love our onions, I'm going to be cutting up a few of them. I'm just going to give them a rough chop. I'm not going to worry about dicing them up too nice, since I'm going to be using these for grilled onions. I put a little bit of cooking spray on my pan, and then I just add my onions to it. I put it on a low setting, and then I just add some black pepper, and I did put a little bit of salt, and then I put the lid on it and cook it on low for about 20-30 minutes. The longer they cook, the better the grilled onions taste. And we're making the Flying Dutchman and animal style fries from In-N-Out. We like going to In-N-Out and eating this, but not all the time do we go out to eat, so we like to make this copycat version at home. And I got some ground beef on sale, and what I did was I was portioning it out and putting about 1 pound baggie in different baggies and just freezing that up. What was left was about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds is what I'm thinking, and that's what I need to make burgers for us as a family of 5. So I was just adding some minced garlic and mixing it up, and then I'm going to be portioning it out like round little patties and making them into shapes, but I'm just separating them because I needed about 7 of them, because I needed some because also my niece was here on this day. So what I did was that same brown baggie that they came in, I used this plate to smash it and form a patty, and there you go. I have my fresh ground beef patty. So I was able to get this ground beef on sale for $1.99, which is a great deal in my area, and this is why I am forming and taking the time to make the patties, because it is just more affordable to make the patties at home, and they are really delicious as well. So a Flying Dutchman is it's two hamburger patties with cheese, so it's pretty much a cheeseburger without the bread. And then animal style fries are French fries, and they have grilled onions, cheese, and then they have like a secret sauce on top of it, which mimics a Thousand Island dressing kind of thing, and it is so good. If I can, I'll insert a picture in a bit. So what I did is I just seasoned my patties. I put a little bit of Lori seasoning, and then I put some black pepper, and then I just insert my thumb in the middle. I really don't remember what that helps, but I think it helps it from not plumping up or like expanding. I don't know, but it works. I make sure to cook them 4 minutes on each side, and then I add the lid on top of it. And that just helps no splatter. These are some homemade French fries that we made. My husband peeled them and cut them up, and we fry them up. So now I'm layering the fries, and then I'm going to be layering the hamburger. Oh, some cheese. Gotta have some cheese. And like I've always said on my on my channel, you can really use any kind of cheese. In this case, I'm using this Mexican cheese. Shredded cheese, and then I'm going to be adding my hamburger patty. On this day I didn't have any cheddar slices or like cheese slices, so I just added the same cheese. It works for us, but typically you would find like an American cheese slice on top of that. And then my second layer is the grilled onions, and then I'm going to be adding some ketchup or some of the sauce. I didn't have that secret sauce that they usually get at In-N-Out. Look at those beautiful onions. If you love grilled onions, trust me, they're so worth it. Even just having them for salads and things like that, it's so delicious. So I didn't have the original In-N-Out secret sauce with me. I had a different one that I added. But really, if you just have Thousand Island dressing at home, you can really add that, and that's just as good. Or just some ketchup, and then I added a side of pickle. This was my husband's plate. For my plate, I decided to make a little side salad so I didn't feel so bad for eating French fries and a hamburger. And I also had a pickle. And I didn't add none of the secret sauce. I just ended up having ketchup on it, and it was just as good, and I cut that up and ate that with a fork. Now, this is perfect when you don't have any hamburger bread or bread in general and you just want to eat it like this. It's really good and very flavorful. And if you don't like onions, well, just don't add the onions. If you don't like cheese, hey, don't add the cheese. Definitely make this your own. Let me know down in the comments if you will be trying one of these meals. I know this is pretty longer than usual, my What's for Dinners. I usually like to make them about 5 minutes. So also let me know down in the comments, do you prefer a shorter What's for Dinner meal or a longer one? Or if you just want to say hi. So this is my plate all cut up, and then I am drinking some sparkling water that I got from Costco that are very refreshing right now. So on the next day, I'm going to be cooking some chicken al pastor. Chicken al pastor is just a meat that is marinated. Traditionally, it's pork, and it's called al pastor or adobada. Very good in tacos. And if you're familiar with my What's for Dinner, I usually make tacos once a week. And it's usually not on a Tuesday. It's any day is taco day. I love to say that. But no, we are making DIY Chipotle bowls. And instead of using just regular chicken, I'm using some chicken adobada. They're making the cilantro lime rice that they have at Chipotle. And we're just making some DIY Chipotle bowls, burrito bowls, whatever they call them. And I'm using the leftover grilled onions, and I'm going to be adding some peppers because you know how they serve the grilled onion and the peppers. So we want all the toppings and all the fixing in our bowls. Chicken al pastor, which is traditionally pork, like I said, is usually marinated in sweet and spices. So if you like that sweet and salty taste, chicken al pastor or pork al pastor adobada, that's your go-to kind of meat. It's a Mexican meat, and it's very delicious. So here I have the spring mix, and I have all the toppings set up. My girls did have tacos and rice with beans. I made pinto beans, and we shredded up some cheese. I made some salsa verde, some green salsa. We had some guacamole salsa. We had pico de gallo, and we also made a corn salsa. So here you'll see me just layering everything up. That is the cilantro lime rice that I made. Very simple. And then I'm just going to be adding this to the bowls. My girls did not have the burrito bowls like this. So that's why I served them the rice with the beans, and they were very happy with that. And then my other daughter had a taco, and then my other little girl had a quesadilla. Typical thing that they would order if we were to go to Chipotle anyways. So I don't make the Chipotle DIY Chipotle burrito bowls as often because I feel like it's very time consuming. I am going to be honest, chopping up everything up. But if you have things that are pre-made, for example, the pinto beans, if you buy them canned, you'll save yourselves some time. I do cook mine up in a big batch because they just last for the next day, for the next meal. And there you see me adding the pinto beans. We really like eating pinto beans because the next day we'll just fry them up and have them with breakfast with eggs or with chilaquiles or things like that. So we added the pinto beans, and then also too we added the next toppings, which is now the chicken al pastor, which was really good. I also got that meat on sale. I already got the meat marinated. I'm very lucky that in my area they already sell it marinated. But I'm sure if you look up a recipe here on YouTube, you'll find how to make a simple marinade because it's very good. And then I'm going to be adding the grilled onions and the grilled peppers. And like I said, these grilled onions were just left over from yesterday, and I just cut up some sweet mini bell peppers that I had left over that were about to go bad. So I chopped those up and gave them a quick little grilled. Here's some pico de gallo, or as I know it is salsa bandera. The reason it's called salsa bandera, it's supposed to represent the Mexican flag. The Mexican flag is red, white, and green. And then I'm adding some corn salsa that I made. That's actually really good. And then I made a huge batch of salsa verde, which I am going to be making a video. I know I've been taking a long time. I did get a request to make it. I am going to be making a video how we make our salsa verde, how we make red salsa, and also molcajete salsa. We made a big batch of green salsa. I make salsa about once a week now. And the reason we made it so big is because we wanted half to use for us and the other half to make chilaquiles. Also going to be making a video on how we make our chilaquiles, and stay tuned for that. Now I'm going to be adding some shredded cheese, and this whole combo, this big salad, goes so good and so delicious, and it's way cheaper to make it at home. It's a lot of work. Like I said, I'm not going to lie, that salsa was so hot, but it was so good. If it's not hot, then it's not good. But definitely, anything that you don't like, skip or don't add. If you don't like onions, don't add onions. If you don't like spiciness, don't add spiciness. Do what you want, add what you want, but definitely it's good. I probably make this every 3 or 4 months because it's just time consuming. But when I make it and I eat it, I'm like, wow, it's so worth it. So on the next day, it's Friday, I made sopa de fideo, but with the letter pasta shape. I made it because my daughter Estrella was not feeling good, and then we had leftovers. I usually try to incorporate leftovers for the next meal, to go with the next meal, but in this case, I just had too much, so I added some sour cream this time since I forgot to add sour cream the day before. And since there was plenty of leftovers, we just warmed it up, and this is real life. This is what we had on Friday for dinner. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy what's for dinner this week. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed and want to see more videos like this, feel free to hit that subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching. Bye.